Deputy Speaker, Honorable President, Deputy President and members, we are deeply saddened to learn today that the ACDP death toll has risen to more than 100. On behalf of the ACDP, I wish to convey our heartfelt condolences to the families who lost their loved ones as a result of the carelessness of the Gauteng Health Department that transferred psychiatric patients from live ACDP into the care of unsuitable NGOs. The violence, Deputy Speaker, that took place in this House last Thursday night during the State of the Nation address was disgraceful and embarrassing. Vulgar language and insults that were used by some members of parliament brought shame not only to this House, but also to the nation. The ACDP therefore appeals to all members of parliament, particularly political leaders, to urge their members to set a good example to all South Africans and our young people in particular by refraining from, among other things, addressing their differences and attempting to solve their problems through violence. Politicians should be seen to be leaders in breaking the cycle of violence in our country and not instigators thereof. Deputy Speaker, it is a shame to learn from the Victims of Crime Survey report that was released yesterday that 1 in 3 households do not go to the open spaces or walk in the parks because they are fearful of criminals. It is heartbreaking that many of our streets no longer hear the sound of children's laughter in our streets, but rather they hear, and we hear the sound of gunshots as criminals and gangs fight for turf. It is a disgrace and an indictment against the ANC government that many people believe that reporting crime is pointless as the police won't do anything about it. A case in point is the vigilante violence that has been taking place in Rosettenville for 2 weeks now. Residents claim they have been reporting the mushrooming of brothels and drug trafficking in their streets, and the police have done nothing about it, as some of the very police who should be protecting them are allegedly on the payroll of drug dealers. We have been reliably told that some police officials and politicians do not want to shut down brothels because they themselves regularly visit them. That is why the ACDP believes that part of the solution to these problems is to have many more morally upright and godly politicians in places of power who will not be driven by the desires of the flesh, but by love and care for people and compassion for the poor and suffering. Further, the ACDP believes that it is a shame and an indictment against government that 22 years into our democracy and freedom, the majority of black people are still economically disempowered and have not made any economic gains from liberation. As a caution, we do not believe that the implementation of affirmative action policies alone is enough to transform the economy. Taking from the haves to give to the have-nots does not grow the economy or increase the size of the economic pie. The ACDP believes that our people, particularly young people, should be given comprehensive training so that they can acquire the necessary skills and knowledge needed to meet the unique demands of a growing economy and a global competitiveness. Deputy Speaker, on Monday, some ACDP members met with the chairperson of the CRL Commission with her other 5 commissioners at their offices in Bloemfontein. We decided to engage them because of widespread concerns about the recommendations they made that are perceived to be government's attempt to control and regulate the church.
Your time has expired, sir.
Thank you.